other D&D while badly drawing the characters video did surprisingly good. And for this high quality, just God. Zooming in on Enzo for this high quality of characters, I expect nothing less. No, but really, what the frick is this my highest rated video ever? Is there enough people that want to see this? Why? Why is this my highest watched video? Like, in every metric of the word, this is the best performing video on my channel. Well, before we start, you might have noticed that Amy commented that our player down here, who we have up to this point been calling Amy, hasn't been liking that name. Here, I'll go grab the comment. They have requested a name change, which I'm perfectly fine with. You know, just kind of funny. Anyhow. So yeah, they're star now. You can go check out their channel too. They don't got many videos, but you can go check out their channel. So we're going to expand upwards, but there's not many new characters. So, in this campaign, not just a small recap, we have met a group of rebels, the king, some detective guy who works for the king or something, some more rebels who has a dragon named Sparkles, who's a good dragon. Oh, another correction that Stars wanted to say. Stars, you know in the past video where I said, this is little guy. We love little guy. So, apparently Star does not like little guy. Correction. Okay. So I think Sparkles should take the new mantle as the one that everybody likes. I'm gonna have to ask that, though. I know Star likes him. Not sure about him. Anywho, so as we left off, these two, well, these guys, along with Rayhan, just landed back down at the rebels' hideout. And here's what happens from there. So they walk into the rebels' hideout, and immediately, Veronica immediately says, "Good. Now, how'd it go? Tell me everything." And we tell her about our encounter with this guy, the experiments that we encountered, and, well, the death dog, obviously. They gotta have ears! Oh my god, they don't have ears. Boom, now they have ears. Anywho. So, we tell her about that. She's kind of concerned, but not too concerned. Well, that's fine. Here, the next mission is a heist. We still gotta collect gems. Why didn't we get those gems earlier? Well, because they're not out and about like those other three. They're within the king's possession, and we want them. So that mission will take place in about a week. Do whatever you want in the rest of the week. So immediately, this player, Star, yes, Star wants to have a tea party with Enzo because look at that face. Does he not look like he wants to have a tea party? Look at him. That is the face of someone who wants a tea party. Now, as Veronica agrees because she likes the silly games that they do with Enzo too. And but they decide and Steve also joins, but he's just kind of supervising. They're like, just 4-ish people? Like, come on. We need another. And they go out and kidnap a little guard. I will now draw this guard. But small problem. I haven't actually been imagining what the like individual guards look like, because I know they have a unique style, but I know that it's well, let me think. They wear a mask and they have a cloak, but I'm not quite sure what the design. Oh, I got it. So the new edition is that's what the masks look like. And he is terrified. He has lost his weapon, and there is nothing, and there is no hope that he will be saved. But he has joined the rebels, I guess. I'm not sure why I drew him. He's not that important of a character, but he exists. Anywho, while she's having the tea party, well, the character's a he, player's a she. / they. Our centaur over here decides to go look for the rest of the experiments. Now, O3, which I haven't drawn because I don't really know what they look like, so I'm just going to put a little note here, plus O3. And, well, they need to find him, so before they get onto the mission, the little experiment gang over here goes and tries to look for them. But before they go, they gotta go, go stock up at the market, get ready for the trip. So they go to the market and they see a huge convoy of the king's guard and even the king himself. And this guy. And one other guy. Excuse me. A dude. And the only significant trait about this dude so far is that he's wearing a gas mask. I am very good at art. I'm not. Oh, it looks horrible. Put the guy out of his misery. Everybody wants Oh, the misery. Oh, please end my life. Anyhow. That's racist. That's better. Perfect. Now this huge convoy with a bunch of the Kingsguard and those three guys are approaching this rebel house, and as this guy is dashing to tell, he gets there about 2 seconds before these guys get there. But those 2 seconds where he warns are vital. As this guy dashes under a table. Amazing use of those 2 seconds. But something is a little off as the tea party gets interrupted by the roof being torn up. And there and behold, the king's convoy. Now, the king himself is on one of these vehicles. I probably should draw this vehicle, so frick it. I'm going to do that. So, I imagine them looking a little bit like this. Ooh, I need to change out off of that color. A little like this. So, they kind of look a little boxy, and they have 1 rotor, 2 rotor, 3 rotor, 4 rotor. They have 1 row seat, 2 row seat, and an extended back thing. I am professional artist. Look at this professional art. Now, that's what the ships look like. Yeah, in the front there's the steering wheel, obviously. It's the front plate, and the steering wheel. And obviously there's seats all in here. Seat, 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 and seat. And you could also sit on this if you wanted, but do not. Now, these guys, now there's about 5 or 6 of these ships. But they, say the dragon defense of Rayhan is very, very airtight. And most of them get destroyed. By most of them, I mean all of them except this one. Luckily, that's where the king and the 2 important figures are. Plus 2 other guys. There's a 3rd seat back here. This guy got put into the back seat because... yeah. Anyhow. And this is the conversation that they hold. The king. I know you're in there. What do they call you? What is it? Yes. Enzo. I know you are in there. And then, here, I'll pretty sure it's her, Veronica. You go away. This has nothing to do with you. I know Enzo's in there, and I will not leave until he's out. This guy goes, grabs Enzo, and throws him outside. But by this point, this guy, who is the force field guy, he created a force field around everything. A really strong force field that no one could escape out of. Second, made a box around both of our dragon, around Sparkles and O3, after they destroyed most of the convoy. And after he threw out that guy, the king goes down towards him. You! There you are, Enzo. Or should I call you by your real name? Isn't that right, Andrew? At this point, he's having a full-blown panic attack. He's muttering, no, not yet, no, how did they find us? And he's just having a panic attack. Now, Star down here, who is quite protective of Enzo, not the most protective one, though. Not the most protective one in the slightest. Runs over, and they drop a glove, like, something fades away from their hand, revealing a bluish purple black substance. Not substance, but their hand. It's bluish, not bluish, but purple black. As they punch the king, but when it has some astounding force. And you know that sense I mentioned earlier, and how they're able to sense it on Steve? They're able to sense that on the king, too. Now, after I dropped this, how she was able to sense that on the king, she's kind of speculating, but moreover, having a little bit itty-bitty of a panic attack. Not as much, and she's able to function, but, it's a panic attack. As she said, you can't really function while having one of those. Now, as this is going on, back here, he's seeing this guy and tries to take him down. Because if he can take him down, then the force fields around the dragons go down. So, he jumps. So he uses little guy to heat up his battle axe and throw it at him. He gets knocked out of the ship, and the battle axe returns to him. And the force fields go down, which help as they start to run from the king, and she's flying, holding him. The king is mysteriously also able to fly, and he's chasing them, like he's right behind them. Now, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know what I ate today. As they're chasing, back down with these guys, this guy who's still on this thing starts breathing some toxic gas of sorts. I'm gonna zoom in. Clouding the entire battlefield. Now, it's not hurting our players. Not yet. First off, by this point, there we go. These two are already out, and so is the king. So it's only really affecting. Now, sure, they have to make a con save to not take damage, but it's not a lot of damage. 1d4, as I said. The main thing that they have to worry about is they're now blinded. They can't see. They can't see anything that they can only see 5 feet in front of them. And with this, now Veronica, who's seeing a person who she cares very deeply of, Enzo, being chased, she is not having any of this. But before any of that, there is 2 dudes. The 2 other guys that were on this mount, what was what apparently is a magical a magical machine gun. How is it powered? I don't know. I haven't thought that far into this. Look, this is a semi high tech, semi low. It's semi steampunk. Okay, shut up. Now, as they're chasing, these guys get a pretty good shot, Rayhan. But this guy's able to actually just take down the bullets. They're not full speed bullets. They're like mini fireballs. It's actually powered by a fireball core. Yeah, inside the machine gun, it's like a fireball encased in a cube, and the fireball is taking little pieces out of that fireball and shot. So it's like mini fireballs. And so yeah, one of the guns can cast fireball into it, and just to like reload it. I don't know. Anywho, they're able to get a couple good shots on Rayhan. But she, with one jump, takes out her, I'm gonna say Warhammer. No. Actually, I never actually said what her battle weapon was. I just said that she jumped up with her weapon. Alright, guys, we're going on a little detour to find out what weapon this is gonna be. Now, let's see. Weapons. Wheelchair. Weapons, maybe. Weapons. Ugh, no, where's the wiki dot? I want the wiki dot. Oh my gosh. Sorry. We're going to do this, though. We are going to find her a good weapon. Nah, definitely a martial. Battle axe, flail, glaive, greatsword, halberd, no, hell nah. Ooh, a morning star. Yep, it's a morning star. Alright. So she has her morning star out. I don't care what you say. I've had this idea of a morning star for who knows how long. So she's got her morning star out, runs over, with one jump, jumps onto this, bats those two guys away, brought this guy up with her, and practically hostage situations him to drive themselves towards these guys. Now, these guys, they've been dodging this guy's, like, really big sword attack. Now, I would draw it, but there's really no room around the king, so sorry, anyone who wanted me to draw it. Womp womp. Anywho, so as they fly, they're able to both take these two board, and they're able to, and she, with one strike of her morning star, completely just knocks the king to the ground, and just, from there, they're just, retreat, he yells. We'll be back. This ain't the last that you'll see of me, he mutters as they fly away. Now, our players are greatly shaken up about this. Like, what just happened? Like, why did the king want Enzo? What about being Andrew? What? Nah. And they get back on to as they get back to the house, this time with no roof. This guy's like, Well, back to what I was doing as they head off. Now, as they head off, they quickly encounter, they quickly encounter O2. Now, who is O2, you ask? I mentioned this last time. So, little guy, but bigger. I'm taking the same stickman thing I used for little guy. You can't stop me. No face, no nothing. But bigger and much hotter fire. Blue fire, as I said. So. Now, if I'm following his description of this, he shouldn't have an arm. Why does he not have this arm, you ask? Because little guy's that arm. It's really not O2 and O1. No. This is just O. No, I'm not sure why this one's O1 and O2. No, I'm not getting into that. But these two were meant to be. So when they met him, he's like, "You're back!" O3 was always talking about how you be back. O3, who's there, is like, "Yeah, I was." And, well, they try to merge back together, but it fails. They're unable to merge back together. Well, they sit down at the campfire and take a nap. And that is the end of today's episode. Why did we have to end there? Because Star's having technical issues with their device, which they are attending this campaign with. So we cannot currently do the campaign, but it'll be fine. Her device is almost fixed as of recording. So we'll be fine. Now I'm just trying to get a good picture for the thumbnail real quick. There, that's a good. There. Now, welcome back, or come back for episode 3, and I'll see you later. Yeah.